I'd like to share my view on Charlie Kirk's assassination. I believe that he was assassinated because he spoke the truth, and many people don't like to hear the truth because the truth may confront them with their own ideas, choices, and the way they want to live their life, and they don't like to hear the truth. They only want to hear what agrees with what they think and what they believe. So because of that, I believe someone assassinated him. The same thing happened to Jesus. He confronted people with the truth, and people confronted him. And in the end, because they didn't accept the truth, they tried to silence him, and they did it by nailing him to the cross. The same thing happened to the other disciples. Most of them died brutal deaths because they stood for the truth, and they were killed because of that. So it's much easier to just go along with everybody wants, likes, and chooses, and okay, we have to respect everyone, but that doesn't mean we have to agree with everyone. And what happens is, if you disagree with people in fundamental beliefs about how you're going to conduct your life and about your choices of life, you may be liable to people hating you and people thinking that you need to be silenced. So I am very sad that this happened. It was a tragedy. I'm sure he is resting in peace, and when Jesus comes back, he will be raised and he will be taken to heaven with everyone who loves Jesus and accepts his words. But I also feel sad for his wife and kids who now have to grow up without a father and a husband. The whole family, of course, his friends. I mean, this is just unbelievable that people wants to silence someone just because he spoke his mind and told the truth and stood for something. On the other hand, we have to be prepared for that, because all martyrs, everyone who stood for the truth, they suffered persecution, and some people hated them. Nevertheless, we have to stand for truth, because that's what God asked us to do. And in the end, we won't get recognition by this world or the people in this world. We will get recognition by God Himself. Once we enter the kingdom of God, He will give us a crown, and He will say, come in, faithful one. And we will live with Him forever and ever, eternally. So our recognition and our prize is not in this world. Another thing I want to say is that I see many people saying that this is a war between right and left. Perhaps, but there is a greater war, a spiritual war, between truth and lies, between standing for the truth or accepting what is easy, common, and everybody else is doing. There is a spiritual war between doing God's will, respecting His law, and abiding by His word, than just follow your heart and do what you may. Another thing is, don't start a war between right and left. Don't start a war between political sides. Jesus said, my world is not of this, my kingdom is not of this world. Do you remember that? That means that he only stood for the truth, because the truth will set you free. If you love me, you keep my commandments, you do my will, follow me, deny yourself and follow me, love your neighbors, respect and care for everyone. Those are the teachings of Jesus and many others. So, if we want to be saved, we have to stand for the truth, but not because we're defending a country or people or some kind of political will. We have to stand for the truth like Jesus did. He came into this world to show us the way. He was the light, He is the way, He is the only way. But He knew and He knows, and we must know that we are not from this world. When you look at Abraham, for instance, God asked him to leave his country and go to a place where he didn't even know where. And that's because we are just passengers. I mean, we're passing by here in this country, in this planet, in this world. This is not our home. Our home is with Jesus, wherever He is. Right now He's in heaven, but He will come back to take His sheep and take everyone who loves Him with Him to heaven. So we must proclaim the gospel. We must proclaim that Jesus saves, and that that is right and that is wrong, that is truth and that is lies. Of course. But our goal is not to make America great again. This is okay. I mean, you can do that. But that's not the main goal. That's not the final goal. Because this world belongs to Satan. He is the prince of this world. Jesus said, here comes the prince of this world and he has nothing on me. Which means that God's kingdom is not of this world. We have to prepare our souls for the coming world. And when we do that, it doesn't matter what happened to us. What matters is that we follow Jesus and we follow His teachings. So let's not take this as an opportunity to start a war between right and left, between Republicans and Democrats. That's not what this is all about. Jesus never took side on political views. His side was, I came to do God's will, I came to do my Father's will. I came to live according to His word, according to His commandments, and according to the truth. And He Himself is the truth, the way, the light. So we must be honest to know that bad things happen, and that should not scare us off, but it should make us conscious that we are preparing ourselves for a new world, for a heavenly world where God is the King and where the laws will abide, and there will be no more sorrow and death, there will be no more crying, no pain, no sickness. That's the world we're looking for. We are not of this world. We're just passing by here. And Jesus is coming back soon, so prepare yourself for it. Prepare others to go with you. Show love and respect for everyone, for as you do unto others will be done unto you. May God bless everyone, and may we wait for Jesus to come.